No, I've only seen Dolores one time. I've never been back.
The day we supposed to meet over there, you see, the other AM, you and me, and I was late because you didn't.
I wasn't there.
No.
I wasn't there, Cristian.
You called?
I wasn't there.
No.
No. I've never, Chris, you have to understand, I've never been there. The only time I've ever been there.
How come Dolores told me?
Because Dolores lies.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Christian, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Christian,
She
listen.
said you went there and told her to move.
I'm right, Christian. I've never been there.
No?
She said I drove to La Puente. Like I actually drove there to La Puente. No, Christian, no. When?
Okay.
Like
So-
no,
so
no,
sorry.
Christian.
Sorry.
No, Christian.
Because she said, I can go out if you tell me, but no, Daddy cannot come and tell me, go out to move out.
So she's saying, I drove to her house, knocked on her door.
No, the day when the other...
You can take this off, Christian. It's okay. I've been
when the other AMs,
yeah,
the buyers,
yeah,
and me,
yeah.
well, that was a couple of days ago.
It was Friday.
Friday, okay.
Yeah. She said I was there.
Yeah. No, you didn't?
No. Sandra's in surgery.
I know.
Dad, no, I'm not even working right. I'm at the beach. My kids have summer off.
Also, maybe she was talking about before. But why she say you went there and say, hey, you have to move out because we already noticed you since April? No?
Christian, you specifically asked me never to talk to her.
Yeah.
I never have.
No.
I don't have text messages with her. I don't have phone calls with her. I don't have any communication with her. In fact, I specifically told Sandra, never talk to this woman. This woman is bad news to us because and here's the thing. I understand where she's coming from, okay? And honestly, I do. I'm a parent. I do. Like, and here's the thing. And for you, Christian, it's one of those things where, I'll give you an example. I have my sons. I don't make a car payment. I don't. I haven't made a car payment in 15 years.
Me either.
I don't like it.
I'm driving an old car.
I drive an old car. I drive a beat up Jeep. I love it.
Mine's 2004. That's why, you know.
And so what happens is,
I don't like to make car payments.
I don't like to make car payments. I hate it.
Because you pay 40,000 and in 4 years it's 20,000.
Exactly.
The value is 20,000. So I don't agree with that, you know.
I don't.
It's wasting money.
It's wasting money. So, but here's what's
I better fix my old car.
Exactly.
You know, I fix
Keep
whatever.
the fluid in it.
I can spend maybe a couple of hundreds, you know,
and so
transmission or whatever, but I don't like.
And so here's what's happened.
Brand new cars.
I'll let you know my life, okay? So what's happened is this last year, because of everything, the kids have to go to school and they're at the iPad all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So with them staring at the iPad all the time, okay, they go to school with the iPad. As soon as they get off the iPad, they expect me and my wife to entertain them. I always have to entertain them. They see us on the phone or on the computer. It's not like we're just staring at the phone, we're actually working.
Mm-hmm.
They naturally think that they have to do that. So what I decided, I'm gonna get a couple dogs. Not just one dog, 2 dogs. So the dogs can play with each other and do all this different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get a bigger car. So now with me needing to get a bigger car, I didn't realize.
But not brand new.
But not brand new, but here's what's happened. I didn't realize the auto industry is an absolute headache right now because there's these microchips that they're not making them anymore. Because they're not making the microchips anymore, the new cars are super expensive, used cars are super expensive. Stuff I've never even thought about before is now something I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So old cars the market for this stuff is so expensive. I've never even thought about it before. I'm looking at it and I'm like, old cars are super expensive. Never even took in consideration. So now I'm like, what am I gonna do? Never even thought about it. So now here's what's happening. I just had to deal with it. Dolores is now in the same thing, and she's got to blame somebody, okay? And she's doing the same thing. So she's paid below market rent forever. She's had an easy life. She never has to deal with any of this type of stuff. She has neighbors she's talked to for 20 years. Her kids have been in the same place for 20 years. She's had to do the same thing for 20 years. If the rent in her area is $2,000, $1,500, whatever the rent is, she's paid the same thing. She hasn't had to take into consideration what everybody else is doing around her, because she's paid the same tenant or the same landlord forever. If something's going on with the house, whatever is going on, she doesn't have to worry about it because she's just paying below market value. Now she has to do something that the rest of the world has to do. And
$2,500 on this.
she does. And so what's happening is that somehow it's somebody else's fault that she just now has to do what everybody else has to do. And it's like, you know what? That's not my fault.
But I think she's gonna get same price because she's going to move Ontario. That is cheaper.
And here's the thing about it, like, and maybe that is, maybe that isn't the case. I've talked to the woman on the phone, Cristian, just so you understand. I've talked to her on the phone one time, literally one time on the phone. And the reason I talked to her on the phone is what I told you when I was driving out to Corona, when she said, when she canceled 10 appointments, we only showed the house 10 to 2.
I know, I remember you said that.
But that's what I'm saying, she canceled all of them.
But when you called 20 minutes, 1 hour before, she let you do the appointments.
She had no objections
that.
to it. None. And that's the thing, on Sundays, when I just sat there at my house with my 2 kids, my wife went and did her thing. If people said, hey, you want to go, I could get from my house to there in 20 minutes. If Dolores, someone's going to come, do you have any objections? Here's the thing, I never called her once. Sandra did. Because Sandra didn't, she told Sandra she didn't speak English. Okay?
She does.
So Sandra told her she didn't speak English. So she never did it. And the only reason I went there that one day is because the buyer's agent says, hey, we're doing the inspection. I just wanted to go there in case she started saying, oh, look at the roof. That's going to be a lot of money. Oh, look at this. That's going to be. And so I just wanted to see what was going on, just to see if they decided to do something like that. And they didn't. They're nice, respectful people the whole time. The whole time. There's been no issues. There's been absolutely no issues. And then what ends up happening, this time on Friday, when they went there on Friday, here's what happened. I wasn't even there. I didn't go. I didn't think that, no, I was at home. Agent, she calls me and she says, hey.
Cristian is not there.
Cristian's not there.
Because I misunderstood what Sandra told me.
It's okay, don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. It's okay.
Okay. When Sandra said, are you there? I said, no.
It's okay.
Why? And I went there, but you know.
It's okay.
I still saw the agent and the buyers.
Here's what happened, okay? As soon as they got there, the buyers, here's what happened. They got there and Dolores said, excuse my language, everyone's a fucking liar. It's exactly what Dolores said. Everyone's a fucking liar. She says, no one told me I have to get out of here July 31st. Nobody, I've never even talked about it. It's exactly what she said, okay? Agent calls me, she's like, what's going on? Hey, you told me July 31st. You told me that that's more than enough time for us to get out of here. What's going on? And I'm like, hold on a second. Give me a second. That's my understanding, is that July 31st, we had a conversation with the tenant. They said that that was going to be more than enough time. So I don't know. I haven't had a conversation with the tenant since the day of the inspection. So I don't have direct communication with the tenant. I don't know what's going on. So I have communication with the person selling the home, Cristian,
And the buyers.
and that's it. So beyond that, that's my understanding. So hold on.
It's better not to talk to her.
That's exactly, and so that's where.
She's nice with me. She's a headache for you.
But here's the thing about it, Cristian. She's a headache. She's not a headache for me. She's a headache for you. Not for me. I don't care.
I know.
That's what I'm saying. And so, because here's what's happened. She spooked the buyers. And that's where this is where all this stuff comes into play now. Because what's happening is that she said now we have August 31st, okay? August 31st comes into play. They want to hold money in escrow till they get out. They want to hold $20,000 till this woman gets out. You're gonna get it all.
Oh, okay.
That's
what I saw.
Yeah. So it's gonna So you're gonna get it. It's 100% yours. But here's what it's doing. Nobody wants to sue anybody. Nobody wants to go to court. Nobody wants to do that.
I don't like that too.
No. Nobody. That's what I'm saying. Nobody wants to do that.
And also, I talked to the buyers. They're nice person.
Everyone's nice.
She's very shy. You
Everyone
know.
wants to deal with this stuff.
They don't even speak English. But
they don't speak any English. Here's what's happening.
But she's very nice.
Dolores is just like, I'm not getting out of anywhere. And they're all like, what is going on?
That's why, you know, I have tried to be nice, you know, the way I talk to her, because if I start fighting with her, you know, she's gonna say no. I don't
and
wanna.
that's what, and Christian, for me, I'm just like, okay, I'll be the bad guy. I've never talked to her. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. All my you have to understand, for me, for my perspective, and in this industry, we do everything on paper. We do everything on email. We have to, because we have to protect
yesterday
ourselves.
I was talking to my friend, and he said I could sell the house with the tenants, and there are buyers who buy the house occupied.
100%.
But you didn't tell me that.
Christian, I did tell you that.
But it was cheaper, I remember.
That's the thing. You have to understand. Like, there's risk involved in that. And so
because they say once the new buyer buy the house, they can move the tenants.
You can
in couple months.
So that's what I'm saying. It's one of those things where you.
And then let me tell you something else.
Yeah.
Yesterday I was talking to my friend, and he said I can call Marshall. I can go to the Marshall. Is that right?
The U.S. Marshals.
And tell them to send an.
You could do a lot of things. You could do. Here's the thing.
He said just go to Marshall and ask them what you can do, and for sure they're gonna go there and give you a notice, like termination, you know.
So remember when
that what my friend said. I don't know if I can.
So
but I don't need to do that because she already.
Here's the thing about it. When it comes to that. And when it comes to all this different stuff, landlords have rights, tenants have rights.
I know.
It turns into, I haven't seen a lease, so I don't know what exactly you have on paper, what actual agreement you guys have. So when it comes to...
We have no agreement.
That's what I'm saying. And so when it comes to supplying an agreement, if she's paying you on the first every month, and if it's just a gentleman's agreement or a verbal agreement or whatever that you guys have, this is where the issue comes in when it comes to selling to a new landlord or selling to somebody who's looking to do it. First word that comes out of their mouth, because we sell to investors all the time, they're going to say, let us see the current lease.
Okay.
And so if there's no current lease, then they're going to say, okay, then what's the relationship that you have with the tenant? So at that point is when it's going to be hard to sell to an investor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So they're going to say, so what happens is that those are the different types of conversations that are had. So when they're like, hey, you can sell it to a tenant, and I had people calling and asking for that, but that's where it's like, hey, active landlords, investors want to see the first words that come out of their mouth is, how much are they currently paying rent? And can we see the lease? If there's no lease to supply them, then they're going to say, okay, so then are they going to move out? Or do they have a lease? There's nothing to supply them. It's a hard conversation to have with them.
I know. Okay, let me sign.
Yeah, so this is here. Right here, where it says Christian, sign and date it, please.
What is this one?
Square footage.
I don't know what is that.
Yeah, it's how big the square foot of the house is.
Okay.
Right there.
Oh,
It's a new document.
Here?
Yeah. Right here, next to it, next to your name. Yeah. And if it's not a good pen, let me know. Dated too, please.
It's what, 6?
Yeah, 6.
7?
28.
20,
It's a 28. It's a 28. No, it's a 28. 28.
28?
Yeah. And then this one is initial there. It's just the visual inspection of the house.
But you already did.
I understand, but never signed it.
Okay. Where, here?
Right there. Initial.
Oh, initial.
Yeah, it's a little box. I don't know why it's wrong on this one. This one too. Initial.
Wow, why so many?
It's just what it is. I know. Okay, so this was done before. It was just never actually signed. Sign and date here.
Sailor?
Yeah. Date
Today's
there.
date?
Yeah.
6/28.
Yeah. This is you renting it back from them. Once again, they're not keeping this. This is just a deposit. They want to give it back to you immediately. Okay? This is just to protect you and them from Dolores. Okay?
Okay.
Initial, this is essentially you being the tenant for the period of,
The tenant.
because you're renting it.
Oh, yeah, renting. So here,
Yeah.
my.
Initials.
Yeah, and also Sylvia yesterday, I mean, the day I went there, she didn't give me the copies.
It's okay.
It's okay?
Which give you copies of what?
Or the, how do you say that? I don't, because I signed a copy. What is that? Escort. Why she asked me to sign? Sylvia, do you remember?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
asked me, hey, go. Initial?
Yes. Over there.
Don't you remember?
Yeah, when you went there,
Last Friday, I think.
the Friday before?
Or, yeah.
Right there.
But,
Because it, yeah, right, either one of those is fine. Right there.
I don't even know what is it.
Yeah, this is signed on the
Sarah?
line next to you. Yeah.
Yeah, but what are these about?
This is the leasing back document and the date right there.
6/28/28.
28, yes. This is in case there's no bed bugs in there. Yeah, this is a lease document. I'll find out. I don't actually know. Date that, please sign and date there. Yeah, I actually feel bad about Dolores' situation. I wish I knew exactly what impression I did to upset her. I don't think there's any.
No.
This one.
No
Okay.
places on.
Name there.
It says tenant.
Yeah.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Here?
Right there. Yes. Next to that. I think this is actually we've already signed this one. Let's do it one more time just in case. Let me see which one is this.
No. Not that one.
Nope. And then
That's it?
these two. This one.
Buyer? Here?
Right there. And then this one. is there a date on it too? Actually, it doesn't matter. And then this one. That's it.
Okay.
You're done.
I need to go.
Go. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right, Christian. Oh, the other door. To your right. To your right.
Here?
Yeah.